Hello, beautiful friends.
Oh, thank you. You know, you're looking pretty spiffy yourself.
I'm coming on because, man, it's been really intensifying here, and I know you're probably feeling it too.
Oh, I have. The heat has been unfucking bearable.
It's been quite a busy last 24 hours when it comes to downloads and energies and messages, and
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I have downloaded so much stuff in the last couple of days, and those power bills, they just keep getting worse and worse and worse.
I've even recorded a number of videos today, one of which I just posted.
Amazing. I'm recording one right now. Awesome.
That was not an option for me to record. I woke up this morning with my guides being very clear that I needed to do this message for this segment. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, it's a video intended for those of you that are in separation from a soulmate or a twin flame at the moment. And the message is, do not give up right before the blessing.
Soulmate? Twin flame and blessing? Okay. I thought we were having a normal conversation. What the hell are you getting at?
I sense a quickening in the messages and the energies. I feel like we've just gone through a major portal in the last few days that's been quite intense. That is causing a recalibration of energies, and there's like an aligning happening.
Oh, God, you're a woo peddler. Oh, I know what this means. This means I'm already recording Jen's little corner. Erica here is a special kind of sunflower. Not only does she believe in astrology, tarot cards, spirit guides, messages from beyond, and all those lovely things that all these kind of woo merchants believe in. But she also believes that their spirit guides have strong masculine and feminine energies. And that you can have relationships with these guides that are almost sexually fulfilling. I have a feeling that I may need all of these painkillers to get through this one.
This particular video is going to be sharing something that has happened now since then, as something, an experience I had this afternoon that is really a message for all of you, and no coincidence that it happened today the way that it did. So it has everything, I guarantee you, to do with this Libra new moon that's happening on Saturday, and the energy's intensifying around partnership, love, equal give and take, healthy relationships.
Potato salad, chocolate eclair, vodka martini. See, I can throw words together that sound intelligent, but really, really aren't coherent. You know what? If this is the best that your spirit guides can do, they're one of three things. They're either non-existent, not very good at their job, or just trying to make you look like a prat.
So I want to share the story, not because it's something about what happened to me, but it was happening to me as a message for all of you.
Wait, hang on. It didn't happen to you, but it did happen to you, but it was only a message, and now it's for everyone. I think we might all need one of these.
So I went out to lunch today with a dear soul sister who is such a beacon of light in my world as well as the world at large. She is incredible.
I'm sure if she bends over, the sun shines out of her asshole. Please get on with the story.
And the way that life goes with multiple children, busy schedules, not living super close to each other, it's been quite a while since we've seen each other.
But I bet you can see that shining light from halfway across the country. Actually, I think I'll stop interrupting and maybe skip forward a little bit because she's getting nowhere fast.
We realized the last time I saw her in person was before I actually started my YouTube channel. Now, obviously, I'd been doing my healing work for almost 15 years. I've been a naturopath, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. That is exactly what you're doing. Just blah, 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 blah. You may as well just be saying blah, 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 blah. For goodness sake. And you're a naturopath and a healer. I suppose you do Reiki too. Is there any bit of woo that you do not follow, Erica?
We were talking and she was asking me about my work. So I was sharing with her what I'm doing and how my work has evolved, who I'm focused on at the moment in terms of who I'm serving here with my mission work.
Space, her final frontier, her continuing mission to seek out the vulnerable and gullible, to boldly lie to their face and sell them the crap that they don't really need.
And with what I'm here called to do at this time, which is helping lightworkers and people on a soul growth journey to really live and live from the energy of unconditional love and manifestation, and getting out of the matrix, getting out of our limiting beliefs, our fears, our conditioning that have held us back, that have held us miserable and sick all of this time.
Translation: spin a bunch of crappy, stupid ass stories to the gullible and vulnerable and take the money from them, while at the same time pretending to heal them and fix their auras and make them feel better about themselves.
So I was sharing all this with her, and there was a man who was sitting a couple tables away.
Oh my god, have we actually got to the actual fucking story?
And he was there, he was like eating, he was doing stuff on his phone, and
he was eating and doing stuff on his phone. He's at a restaurant or cafe or wherever you met your friend, and he's eating. That makes sense. And he's on his phone. Well, that's not unusual in this day and age. Most of us are on our phones way too often.
We were chatting and just talking normally, and after a while...
I'm guessing it was a long while because you take for fucking ever to get anywhere.
He stood up because he was leaving, and when he left, he came up to us and he's like, "I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I couldn't help but overhear when you were talking, what you were talking about relating to the work that you do." And he said, "I just want to thank you for the work that you're doing because it's so important."
Yeah, that didn't happen. People don't get up out of their seats and walk over to people in cafes and say, "Thank you for ripping people off on the internet." Now, if you were a doctor in that cafe and you were talking to your friends about how you've made this new breakthrough with cancer, I might understand somebody getting up and say, "Brilliant, thank you for your work, this is amazing." But telling your friend that you do all these woo shitty things, and some guy's gonna come up in a cafe and say, "Hey, great work! I can't believe you talk to the spirits and you send out goodwill to people and you read their tarot cards. That's amazing work. You should do so much more of that. Here, have $20, have $100. I think you're amazing." Unless maybe he was trying to hit on you. Did he give you his number? Perhaps he was trying to hit on you.
Now, this is a divine masculine that has awakened. This is who approached me today.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Now you think strange peoples in bars or cafes or wherever you are these divine beings who suddenly appear and say, "You're doing such a wonderful job for us." I'd like to know who your drug dealer is because they're selling you fucking good shit.
Approached actually two sacred feminines in their light at the same place out in public, minding our own business. And the masculine couldn't help but be drawn to our energy.
He did give you his number, didn't he? I mean, it certainly sounds like he gave you his number. You sly bitch.
Right? Drawn to our energy, knew there was something here, had to come up and say thank you. And then he went on to share more about his journey, how he has gone through such an awakening and has gone through understanding how his childhood conditioned him to manifest unhealthy relationships in his past, and how he's worked through doing a lot of deep healing work and energy healing. And he's like, "I never even believed in energy healing. I was never going to do anything like that. And it's been transformational for me." So his awakening has been massive. And
yeah, I bet his awakening was massive. Seriously. So some dude in a cafe who I'm still not sure this is actually a real story. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Some dude in a cafe who has had other spiritual things himself, so another woo believer, overhears you talking and decides he's going to come over, make himself known, talk a little bit of woo with you, perhaps give you his number. You know, he was on the hit. He was definitely on the hit. But he only came over because he overheard you. It wasn't some weird sort of spiritual attraction or your shining lights. He heard what you were talking about, either bullshitted his way onto your table or actually believes in this crap too, and was just, you know, trying to get your number or trying to give you his. You know, it's birds and the bees, not woo woo woo.
So he knew exactly what I was talking about when I was telling my friend, and freaking came up and thanked me. So guys, again, this isn't a story about what happened to Erica today. This is a story about what is happening in the collective.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
If you don't understand the amount of work that the masculines have been doing and working through and are now awakening at a massive level, this is just another example of that truth.
Honestly, lady, I don't think you would know what the truth was, even if a four-headed blag monster came up to you from the planet Spurklane and injected you with its spling bollock.
That truth. And it's when we were talking, I told him, I said, I witnessed the arrival of the sacred masculine back in May.
Are you suggesting that you had sex with some strange dude who you thought had shining lights in him back in May? Because that's certainly what this sounds like.
In a very profound way, and I knew that the divine masculine had fully arrived in the physical plane, fully landing in the physical plane, awakening other sacred souls that are here to do their powerful light work.
There are just so many euphemisms for sex in this. It's just mind-blowing. If she wasn't making content like this on a more than weekly basis, I would think she was just pulling our legs. That she's serious. She really, really believes all this drivel coming out of her mouth. And it is complete drivel. None of it makes sense at all. And it all just sounds like she's fantasizing the whole time about these masculine dudes. I mean, I'm pretty sure her internal monologue must read like a porn film or something.
It's funny because I've been getting the nudge from my guides that I gotta get the hell out of the house more often.
You know, I think you should get out of the house more often. I think you should try and have a normal life. And you know, this is funny. It's fucking hilarious. Please, please get away from the woo. Try and live a normal life. And stop peddling bullshit to the gullible and uneducated. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And click the little bell so you get notified when I make new content. Please, if you must experiment in all the sexual stuff, try not to choke on the selfie stick.